John 14:21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and I will manifest myself to him. John 14:21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me, and he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and I will manifest myself to him. This scripture is telling us, this is Jesus talking in this scripture, and he's telling us, it's the part that's in the red, and he's telling us that if we love him, then we will keep his commandments. This is actually saying that if we love him, he that hath my commandments, that means people that acknowledge God's commandments and keepeth them and keep them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him, and I will manifest myself to him. This is telling us from Jesus' own mouth that if we love him, and if we love his Father, then we will keep his commandments. And that might, if you just say that to some people, it might be offensive, or you just say that, it might be offensive, or it might hurt, or it might, people might not want to hear that. That if you don't keep God's commandments, if you're not striving to keep God's commandments every single day consistently, that you don't really love him, that might sound like madness to a lot of people. And it might sound harsh, and it might sound cool, and people might actually get offended when you say stuff like that. But we need to know, we need to understand that this is the truth. This is what the Bible tells us. It's not a person's words. And this is really true. The Bible tells us that Jesus says that if he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and shall be loved of me, and I'll manifest myself to him. This is Jesus actually telling us that if we don't keep the commandments of God and him, the Son, that he delivered to us through God, that we don't love God really. And we can say we do all day and night, but the truth is right here. If we're not striving every day to keep God's commandments, we have to know what those commandments are, and we have to keep those commandments. If we're not striving to do that every single day, if we're not acknowledging him every single day, that means we don't really have true love for him. It's not man's words, it's God's words. And it's real, and it's in the Bible, and we need to know that this is what God said, so that we can strive to love him and his Son more, that we can strive to be more obedient, because we can't just walk through the life doing whatever we want, when we want, how we want, treating people however we want, treating situations however we want, dealing with situations in a worldly way, choosing to do worldly things when we should do the right thing, and we have to do the right thing. We have to choose the right thing in the face of adversity. When temptation comes your way, do you choose the right way? Do you choose the way that God said, or do you just choose the way of doing what the world does? Do you just choose to do whatever you feel is you need to do? Like, I gotta do what I gotta do. People love to say that. I had to do what I had to do. That's not an excuse for us to be disobedient. It's not an excuse for us to choose to do the world's way of doing things. It's not a way to choose to deal in life with others. It's not, with God. It's not. So, this is not man's words. This is God's words. And these are true in the Bible. John 14, verse 21. Okay? These are God's words, and it's in here. Word of God.